And rolling and action. Hey guys, it's Tim, your acting coach, and welcome to lesson 6. Yes, lesson 6 of your acting workshops. Now, I have gone through relaxation, I've gone through concentration, we've done breathing, we've looked at the idea of letting go, really getting that imagination going, not caring what people think, not having any boundaries, really just letting those thoughts fly out. And we've looked at very quickly last time about our object. So if you haven't got your object with you, click pause, go and get your object. If you've just gone to go and get your object and you paused it, welcome back. So I've got my object. I have my trusty Xbox controller. I don't get to play on it as much as I used to, being a dad and running the business, but I get a little bit of time, and I like this object. It's a good object. It's got lots of different textures. It's got lots of different kind of resistance in the buttons. Some buttons are smooth, some are a bit rough, okay? And it's got lots of different things going on. Yours might be a bit more simple. That's absolutely fine. So really, again, feel your object. Really get to know this object so that every little detail you can remember. And that is method acting in a nutshell. Details, okay? The more details you've got, the more realistic your performance can be, okay? So, feeling it, and put the object down. We're just going to do a bit of a quick warm-up now. I want you to stretch up, and really stretch, and feel all that tension from life, whether it's someone who's annoyed you, bosses, family, or other things that are going on in the world at the moment, and I want you to feel that stress in your muscles as if you're really super tense, okay? Don't do it too much, don't want to have an accident. So really tense, and what we're going to do is we're going to let just the hands relax, and when we do, it's going to be so relieving that you're going to make a relieving sound. Okay, again, don't worry what people think about you hearing this from another room. So you let the wrists, just like this, but up here, but here, relax. And when they relax, I just want you to go, feel the tension, and then, let the relaxation make that noise, okay? Stretching up, and let the hands relax, and but everything else is tense. I want you to let the elbows now relax, with that noise, that relieving noise. And really tense, and shoulders, and flop down to the floor. Really chill out down there. It's really nice. And back up again. And do it again, stretch up. And tense. And on your tippy toes. And hands, shoulders, head, and flop down. And swing from side to side. A bit zombie-like. But it kind of gets the stress out. Right, that's enough for a warm-up. Pick up your object. Now, you know your object. You've got your object, okay? It's very important to you, your object, okay? You've got to know it, the texture, the weight, everything, okay? There might be something that you've forgotten about, like there's a little bit in the back here where the 2 charging points are, and it's metal and it feels different to the rest of it. Really specific. Put it down. Okay, close your eyes. Keep them closed, otherwise this doesn't work. Now I want you to imagine, again, the most important thing about all of this, imagination. I want you to imagine you're on a beach, okay? And no one else is around. It's completely deserted, really relaxing, and you're walking barefoot, walking along, and you're feeling that foam on your feet, the sand under your feet, soft sand, your feet going into the sand. Now this whole little journey, I want you to, for every little detail, try and remember what this feels like, okay? If you've never been on a beach, which is possible, try and think of something similar, okay? So we're walking along the beach and it's so relaxing. You've got that white light, and that white light is behind your eyes, full of peace and love and chilled outness. So you walk along the beach, and in the distance you see this beautiful, beautiful white hut. And it's perfect, okay? So you're walking up to this hut, and it's getting closer and closer. And you start walking up the steps to go up the steps on the side of it. And you feel the difference between that sand and that step, that first step. So you walk up the steps, imagining all of this, getting this imagination working. And you're going to go and open the door. Feel that door handle. Reenact this in your mind. What does it feel like? Is it cold? Is it a metal door handle? The resistance of it, that resistance when you push the door. And we walk in, and it's a beautiful, all painted white, shabby chic, okay, beautiful, chilled, lovely white hut. No one else around. And in the middle of this large room is your object. And I want you to walk so you're about 1 metre from it. Don't do any physical walking. This is all in your mind with your eyes closed. And I want you to look at your object. Not in real life, in your imagination. And I want you to see your object. And I want to see how the light reflects off it. And I want you to, not in real life, but in your mind, in your imagination, pick up the object, okay? You can do this with your hands in front of you, that's absolutely fine. And keep your eyes closed, sorry. Okay, and I want you to reenact how your object feels in your mind. And this exercise is so that we are creating something from our memories. We are reenacting something. So that when we're on stage as a character, when you're in a theatre and you're acting on the stage and you've got hot lights, you can't, how can you pretend that you're in Antarctica? Okay, your character's in Antarctica in this play, that's where it's set. So you have to use these memories and bring them to life. Think of it like The Matrix. If you haven't seen The Matrix, please watch The Matrix. But think of it like The Matrix, that it's this world that we can recreate that isn't real. But if we believe it, audience is going to believe it. Feel this object. Remember each bit. So I can remember how the D-pad on my controller was smoother, and the trigger's a bit smoother, and the buttons, the feeling. And you can trick your mind into thinking this is real. Just think of those vivid dreams that you've had. This imagination, it's the same place. Your subconscious is the same place as when you dream. And just think of what happens there. Maybe some of you, not so much. Okay? So we've got to try and bring these senses to life. Okay? So this is just an exercise for using an object to help us with this. But, you know, the applications would be being hot, being cold, pain. Okay? Your character's in pain. How can you recreate that if you're not actually in pain? You're not actually going to hurt yourself just to be in a play. That's crazy. Okay? But you have to remember and then reenact. I'll keep banging on about this. It's not acting, it's reenacting or reacting. Brilliant, guys. Put your objects down. Carry on practicing your breathing. Carry on practicing your relaxation. And do this with some other objects. And start thinking about feelings, physical feelings, that you've had in the past. And try and bring them back as if you're stepping into the Matrix. If you haven't seen the Matrix, please watch the Matrix. Right, guys, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.